Hey guys, what's up? It's Animania. Okay, this is my review for the new iCarly episode, iToe's Fatcakes. Okay, this episode, it was hilarious. It was so awesome. It was super funny. And I loved it. It was so amazing. Not as good as Eyeballs, but it wasn't good as Eyeballs in my opinion, but it was definitely just as funny. Go again. Anyways, it was just as funny. The episode was about basically Sam going across the border to Canada to the Canadian fat cake factory. And also about Carly getting her toe stuck in the bathtub. So anyways, first off, I gotta say, I loved the parts with Jeanette McCurdy the most. Those were her most funny. She was so funny. It was just so hilarious. It was great. Laughs all around. So the show opens up with them doing a web show, and one of the viewers of the web asks if they want to see Gibby fly. So Gibby's rigged up to wings, to a harness or a flying thingy. And he's got big wings on it, and I gotta give props to Noah Monk for doing that stunt, going all around the room, just waving your arms. That's perfect. And then he's flying, bam. He falls, and the thing breaks, and he falls right down. And you're like, oh! And you feel, I'm God, oh my God, all the stuff Gibby does, I don't know how I don't know if he's broken any bones or whatnot, but anyways. It's just hilarious, and so they drag him off, and then turns out the Carly and Freddie and Spencer have a surprise for Sam, and Spencer comes out dressed as a mayor, the fake mayor of Seattle, since they couldn't get the real mayor on there. He's the fake mayor. He presents Sam with a free VIP tour of the Canadian Fat Cake Factory, and she literally freaks out because she loves fat cakes. Sam loves fat cakes, and Canadian ones are supposedly better than American fat cakes. And it's funny because Jeanette McCurdy said that the whole fat cakes are just nasty and dry. And she said that on the Rosie show, and I just think it's hilarious. So anyways, the gang, Freddie, Sam and the guys, not Carly, they all head to Canada while Carly stays to prepare for a date for a guy she hasn't seen. And I don't know, she's just a new guy she's after. And she's like, I haven't kissed a guy in 4 months. I'm itchy. And I'm like, wow, Carly, always kissing, always needing men. It's like, that just makes me frown upon her more. But anyways, so she's sitting in the bathtub watching TV. The Dick Van Dyke Show she's watching. I've seen that show. It's a classic. Love that Carly put that in there. That little clip from there, and she sees the woman get her foot. She sees the woman in there on the show get her foot stuck in the bathtub, get her toe stuck in the faucet. So she's like, that can't happen. And so she's taking her foot, and she's just in, out, in, out, in. Uh-oh. It's not coming out. And now she's stuck. Carly, why did you even think about trying it? Okay? That just screams, no, don't do it! And she's stuck. And so now she's stuck in here, and she starts panicking. She's got to have someone find her, and they're like, oh, they're going to find her naked. Like, and I'm just like, that sucks for you, Carly. Too bad. And then they want to go back to where Sam and them are in the Fat Cake Factory. They're getting a tour of it. And Sam is loving it because they are she's getting to taste the fat cake. And she sees the fat cake and she's like, sorry, man. So anyways, the guy is showing them around the Fat Cake Factory, and then he has one of the fat cakes for them to try. He's like, would you like to try it? And Gibby's like, yeah, sure. Oh, and Sam just elbows him in the gut. And Sam be like, no, you're not getting that fat cake. And just Sam takes it in her hand. She's like, you're gonna try it. And she's like, shut up! And she's like, I have to relish this. I have to prepare myself. And she licks it. And I love at that moment where you see Freddie's head sort of following her face. It's like up and down. He's like, oh. And it's kind of like, I that whole part right there, I was just like, oh, I wonder what he's thinking about there. He's like following her tongue. It's just nasty. Oh, anyways. So she enjoys the fat cake. She eats it, and then they do a thing where they squeeze the fat into the fat cakes from the fat bags. So Sam and Freddie and Gibby are all doing it, and meanwhile Sam's fat bag is in her mouth and it's empty. It's like, I'm gonna need another fat bag. So we all know that. And then we flip back to the Carly story, where Carly is trying to get her phone now, and she's thrown everything and she's thrown just about everything at the cabinet in the bathroom. I'm just really surprised she hasn't broken the mirror. She broke a vase. She's knocked off everything. And she finally gets her phone. And she's texting her friend to come get her, and her phone slips out of her hands. That's the downside to it being a pear phone. It being round, you can't grab it. So, it slips right out of her hands and into the water. And as we know, electricity with water just doesn't work. No. So she is now got to figure out something else to do. Meanwhile, back at the border now, they've left the fat cake factory and they're getting ready to head across the border. and Gibby discovers that he can't take the fat cakes that he was gonna put stuff in his pockets with him. So he dumps them. Meanwhile, because for some reason Canadian fat cakes are illegal in the US, I don't know why, but anyways. So they get back across the so Gibby empties the fat cakes out of him, and the dog, there's this like bum sniffing dog there, or I guess border control dog, and all of a sudden he starts growling and barking at Sam, and she's like, whoa, easy boy, go away, nothing to see here. And the border gets onto her, and they find out that she's got fat cakes on her. She's got her whole body strapped with fat cakes taped around her, and she's got a big old jacket on, so you could tell there was something wrong. And so they search her, and they find this big old pile of fat cakes. And she's, like, taken away by the border control and searched while the guys can't do anything. And they kind of this whole big old pile of fat cakes. And they're not going to let her cross, but they do decide to let her go. And so then they all get crossing into the border, showing their IDs. And, and the dude's making fun of every one of them. It's like, you had long hair? Yeah, I know, bad decision. That's what Spencer said. And then the guy's like, Fredward. And Fred's just like, yeah, give me my passport. And walks across. And then Gibby's like, hey, and he's like, hey, aren't you from my car? And Gibby's like, I have a blog too. Sheesh. And then Sam tries to get back across. And it turns out she doesn't have her passport. She doesn't have a license. She doesn't have a library card. Why would Sam have a library? Why would anyone have a library card? Anyways. She doesn't have a library card. She does not have any ID, form of identification. So she can't come back into America. Oh no! What's gonna happen? That's just wrong. And so Sam then comes up with this idea that she's gonna get into a suitcase, and Gibby and them are just gonna walk across the border with her. Well, I'm gonna talk about the rest when I come back here. Meanwhile, Carly's banging for help with the shower head. Banging on the pole. Here, hoping someone will hear her. And the shower pole echoes. The noise echoes through the building. And Miss Benson, who's ironing Freddie's underwear. And they have each day on. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think that's hilarious. That is just hilarious that he still wears underwear. But she's ironing. She's on the phone. And she hears some noise. And she goes to check it out. And she goes across the hall. And she finds Carly stuck. And she tries to pull her out, and she can't get her out. Meanwhile, Carly's date walks in. Uh-oh. That's not too good. And it's the guy, and Carly just acts all, hi, hey, and trying to... And Miss Benson was going to pepper spray him, because she's like, stop, who are you? Put your hands down. And it was so funny. And so, Carly can't get out. And so they have to call in somebody to physically cut off the faucet to remove her. Well, meanwhile, Carly's having a date with the boy. Not probably what she planned, but all comes out for her in the end. Yay for Carly. Meanwhile, back over in the border, Sam and they're planning to walk across the border, but some little boy wants to get a picture with Gibby. And he takes off his shirt, and Gibby's like, I don't take off my shirt anymore. And like, you really should. People like it. Yes, okay. Yes, that kid is so right. It'd be awesome if Gibby was like the old way and took his shirt off more. That would be so funny because that's why we fell in love with Gibby, because he was the shirtless wonder. So, anyways, and meanwhile, while they're doing it, another family comes along with the exact same suitcase like that Sam is in, and they pick up the wrong suitcase. They set it down, and then they do something at the counter. They go back and grab the wrong one, and Sam goes off to Malaysia. She flies on, you can hear the airplane say, welcome to Malaysia airport or whatever. And so she ends up, in another country, and she's like, Freddie, Spencer, Gibby, are we out of Canada yet? You can hear her crawling in the plane. Oh my god, I don't even know how the heck, that wouldn't even happen in an airport, I don't think. Hopefully not. I think the security would be a little more tighter than that. But that's how it ended, and I just want to say, I want a continuation there. I demand to know what happened to Sam. How did she get back to the U.S.? Did she get back? Did she get back? How? Okay? Because that was the last episode of that ends basically the season. Well, not. It's the last episode they made since filming. And they go back to filming this coming week or next week. They go back to filming soon. So yeah, but anyways, it was so hilarious. I loved it. It was awesome. Janelle Curry, Nathan Chris, all the cast was amazing. I gotta say, I love both storylines equally. They were equally funny. Just with what Carly said about herself while she was trying to get free and everything she was doing, that was hilarious. And the whole Fat Cake tour, it was hilarious. And just trying to get across the border, I loved it all. And it was just amazing, and I loved it. So, guys, now it's your turn to do your job, and you know what you gotta do. Let me know what your favorite parts of the episode are like. What did you like? What did you find hilarious? What did you find funny? What you didn't like? And what you wanted to see, or were you expecting? And what do you want to see happen with Sam? Do you want to see a continuation or something? Continuity like I do? Kind of like where they did with IOMG and picked it up with, I think they kissed or whatever. I want to see that happen. I want to see continuation because I want to know. I mean, you can't just end an episode like that and expect there not to be done and expect next episode for her to be in America and something not happen. I want to see. So let me know what you guys want to see about that too. But anyways, in the awesome words of Sarcastic Leaves, rock on, say warriors, rock on. Yeah. See you guys later. Bye.